reproductive rights has to be a really big issue. I think the genocide that's going on in Gaza, it's a very big issue, and it's being brought to media light.
While these are the two main candidates, there are other people that are offering new benefits to the U.S. that we need to consider, and not just think of a third-party vote as a thrown-away vote.
Each Tuesday, we like to hear from voters like you about what's on your mind as the presidential race heats up. Those students at Georgia Tech are looking at third-party candidates and also focusing on what candidates have to say about the war in Gaza and also reproductive rights. Former President Trump staked his position on abortion yesterday, and today the issue went front and center once again with the Arizona Supreme Court's major decision. We want to bring in our political director, Rick Klein, for more.
Linsey, this is the kind of decision that is likely to reverberate well beyond the borders of Arizona. Just to look at the sweep of what the court ruled here in going back to a law that had been in place from before Arizona was even a state, more than a century ago, and landing in a place that gives the state among the most severe restrictions on abortion rights, just like that. That's exactly the kind of example that Democrats have been warning about. And frankly, since the overturning of Roe versus Wade, they have talked about this as a possibility. For it to happen now in a key battleground state like Arizona is likely to be a message that is on the minds of voters well beyond that state. We know that Arizona is one of several states that's likely to vote on abortion rights specifically, and of course abortion rights could be indirectly on the ballot everywhere, given that control of the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the presidency itself are all at stake coming this fall. And I'll tell you, this is exactly what Donald Trump anticipated in his own way by putting out that pretty remarkable statement on his own position on abortion earlier this week. He came out saying that every state should decide for themselves, but there was so much that was left unsaid in that statement precisely because his own base is divided on this question, and knowing that this is now a law that doesn't even comport with what he is saying should happen. We don't have the kind of exceptions in the law in Arizona for rape and incest, only a very narrow exception for life of the mother and the punishments that could come on someone providing an abortion. That's the kind of thing that Donald Trump does not actually support. In fact, most Republicans themselves don't support it. And the fact is that Democrats were going to use abortion as a major issue this fall, regardless of where Donald Trump landed on this. This is an issue where Trump is essentially on his heels. He recognizes that when this issue has gone before voters, Republicans so far have been on the losing side of it. They haven't been able to find a message that truly carries through with voters. And when we've been out there talking to people, they are concerned about the most severe abortion rights. People believe, generally speaking, in most states, across red states and blue, and certainly purple states like Arizona, that there should be at least some access to abortion rights. So the kind of middle ground that Trump was looking for probably was not found here. And we're going to continue to see a Republican Party that is searching for a message and voters that are somewhat distressed by what they're seeing so far. So there's a lot of questions to follow in Arizona and many other states to come. Linsey?
A lot that people find distressing. Rick, thank you.